Team of the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his man. It's Parker. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z.
And they got him for the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Moore to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. Bringing it back, it's Stewart. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That's caught. It's Marshall.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Tackled after picking up the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great...
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Now on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And oftentimes running backs love dropping this because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go with a direct snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The give to the tailback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. With jet sweep pass. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Parker. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Running toward the tape. The 40. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Davis will throw. They're bringing heat. Get it out on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try the left side. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And the big fella with some yards after the catch. I ain't just a blocker, coach. Look at this. I need some more opportunities to touch the pigskin. Nice work by the big fella.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Michigan.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score Michigan 7, Oregon 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times, not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the lone running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Oregon 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Running back goes in motion. Moore will throw. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately.
He'll take a shot. zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Moore to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get... And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Gets set, first down. The give to the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. A lot of yardage in front of them, 1st and 10 from their own 19. Might as well give it to him again. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Quarterback checking off. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
He's got it.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver. In different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he's still trying to get away, and he will not. Oh, what a terrible play. Where did he think he was going?
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Using his legs, it's Parker. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore will throw. Time to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Stewart. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Davis looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Handoff to the single back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He tries to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move.